Kevin Gray of 105.3 The Fan here at the American Airlines Center as the Dallas Mavericks get a 116-106 win over the Houston Rockets. Luka Doncic 10 of 25 from the field with 26 points. Jalen Brunson 11 points, a career-high 11 assists. And Reggie Bullock, 16 points in 17 minutes, helped the Dallas Mavericks defeat the Houston Rockets at home 116-106, a night where the Dallas Mavericks played all 15 of their available players, including, yes, Moses Brown, who saw 3 minutes of action, had 3 points and a couple of blocks to get into the act. You also saw Reggie Bullock play his best game of the season so far as a Dallas Maverick. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka Doncic really powering this team in the third quarter. The Mavericks jump out on a 13-0 run and don't look back from there as the Mavericks are able to move to 2-1 on the season as they get ready to host the San Antonio Spurs on Thursday. A big third quarter that saw the Mavericks jump out to a 13-0 run. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka Doncic combined for 17 points in the third quarter. The Dallas Mavericks hold the Houston Rockets to just 46 points in the second half after giving up 60 in the first half. They forced 8 turnovers in that third quarter, but more importantly, in the fourth quarter, held the Houston Rockets to just 26% shooting from the field and 22% overall from the three-point line. KP, Kristaps Porzingis, did have to leave the game with lower back tightness. Jason Kidd says that he will be reevaluated on Wednesday to figure out his availability going into Thursday's game at home against the San Antonio Spurs. But you give the Dallas Mavericks credit for turning it around in the second half defensively once again, similar to what they did against the Toronto Raptors to get their first road win of the season. Although you did see really good things from Jalen Brunson, who again is a secondary ball handler and playmaker for this team, have the career-high 11 assists. Reggie Bullock getting more comfortable, especially knocking down shots and translating that defensive energy into offensive shot making. You saw Moses Brown get some action and create a spark off the bench. Boban Marjanovic, who had terrific minutes, especially in the first and in the fourth quarters. In the first quarter, had 7 points, couple of rebounds, and then coming back in the fourth quarter, really providing a spark for this Mavericks team. He finished 5 of 5 from the field, did Boban Marjanovic. So a collective team win for a Mavericks team still trying to find its way, still developing the accountability and the chemistry that Jason Kidd has talked about. And also a new wrinkle that we found out during the game is that this Mavericks team has come up with this leadership council. The leadership council being something that's a few players that are comprised of, and decided that it would be a good idea to test out the idea of playing 15 players against the Houston Rockets. And it worked. Even though the Dallas Mavericks only shot 28% from the three-point line, the Dallas Mavericks were able to be much better defensively in the second half. You saw some really nice moments from Frank Ntilikina, from Moses Brown, also from Boban Marjanovic, as I mentioned. Maxi Kleber, who had some big shots that he knocked down. He went 3 of 4 from the three-point line. So a team that got 25 points from Luka Doncic, another 16 points for Tim Hardaway Jr., who went 6 of 12 from the field. Kristaps Porzingis, as I mentioned, only 2 of 10 from the field. He did have 3 blocks in this game. I'm sorry, Dorian Finney-Smith had the 3 blocks in this game as he played well on the defensive end. Kristaps Porzingis did not have any blocks in the game. But at the same time, he will continue to figure out going forward what his availability is going to be for the Dallas Mavericks. But nonetheless, the Dallas Mavericks get a 116-106 win over the Houston Rockets to open up their home schedule of the 2021-2022 NBA season, to ensure now that they take on the Houston Rockets on Thursday with a 2-game winning streak in tow. A Mavericks team that forced 17 turnovers against the Houston Rockets and were able to play much better in the second half defensively. And Jason Kidd has talked about this team, their calling card having to be on the defensive end, knocking down open shots when they have them, and they were able to do so. You want to see them continue to improve offensively in terms of their efficiency. Luka Doncic at times took some poor, ill-advised step-back three-pointers when he had opportunities to punish bigger guys that were guarding him on the perimeter. Did not necessarily take the opportunities to do so, which contributed to a 10 of 25 night and only going 1 of 6 from the three-point line. So some things to clean up for the Mavericks as they continue to move forward. But nonetheless, a good win over a scrappy team that saw former Mavericks assistant Steven Silas in the building on the opposite sideline as the head coach of the Houston Rockets. But more so now going forward, how does this team to continue to improve offensive efficiency Obviously, the health of Kristaps Porzingis is going to be monitored over the next couple of days as they get ready to take on the San Antonio Spurs. And can they continue to build on the defensive performances that they've seen for themselves in the second half to be able to get more consistent and play 4 quarters of good defense? And if that is the case, then this team can continue to move forward as they are expected to in the Western Conference. Make sure you subscribe to 105 Through the Fan here on YouTube. Make sure you hit the notifications button to know when the videos drop. And again, the Dallas Mavericks get a 116-106 win in their home opener of the 2021-22 NBA season. They host the San Antonio Spurs on Thursday night right here inside of the American Airlines Center. You can find me on Twitter at Kevin Gray Sports. And again, you can catch me on your home of the Dallas Cowboys and Texas Rangers. Your Turn It On, Leave It On station, 105.3 The Fan. From the American Airlines Center, my name is Kevin Gray. The Dallas Mavericks get a 116-106 win here at the AAC, host the Spurs on Thursday.